Hello, investor and trader. Welcome back to another episode. So, in this episode, I want to talk about my Q1 2021 performance in terms of day trading and my other accounts that I manage. And also, I'll go over my main account too to see how it does so far. Because, I mostly have tech stock in my portfolio and I mostly trade tech stock. So, and we all know right now the tech stock is insanely crazy. Either up, down, up, down, up, down, going sideways. Who knows, right? It's just ridiculous. Sometimes it tricks investor and traders all the time. I got tricked several times today, and let me go over with you guys. So right here, at the market opens, we can clearly see that the resistance at 312, right? And then suddenly near the market open, the hour prior to the opening, or the 30 minute, more like an hour, and then the thing just tank. Well, more than 30 minute, and then it just tank all the way down to 309. Now I was watching 308 and 307 because these are the previous low right here. Of course, on the daily, it also shows that. But right when the market opens, this thing just spiked. I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. And then of course right here, right, I had a hard time passing it because of the pre-market high. So a lot of shorts, that's what I'm thinking. A lot of shorts might think, okay, it might gonna go back down, right? Because it's a double top right here. But nope, this thing just popped out of nowhere suddenly like that. I mean, now of course people are probably gonna switch strategy, right, or switch real quick. Okay, I'm gonna go long, cut the losses right here, and decide to go long because that's a pretty big ass bullish candle, right, compared to other candles. But nope, it went back down. It just ridiculously crazy this morning, and of course that the whole entire day, or at least two right here, it couldn't pass the 313 level. Now during this time, I'm done trading already because I don't normally trade during middays. I just let my laptop AFK. When I come back, I saw the charts. I'm like, whoa, damn, that's pretty crazy because this is like a triple top. And then of course it went back down. Tried again the fourth time, but it failed. So now it's like really heavy resistance, and then suddenly it just tank. Now this right here could be a bull trap, right? Because it's falling, then a green candle shows up, but not yet a higher high. But then next thing you know, it went back down because it's a bull trap. So at this time right here, I'm ready back to look at the market already because towards the end of the market, I was come back to see how the market closed, especially on Friday. I just want to see how the day ended. And when I saw this coming, I started to look at what tech stock fall the most, and DocuSign was one of them. Then at that time, it was right here. So I saw that. I know 171 is a heavy support. Now it could break below it. Now that's gonna be scary because once it break below 171 or 170, it's a free fall, and I already know that happening. So I got in at 171 right here. I thought at that time that it's gonna bounce, but then when I look at the Q, remember when I trade, I look at the QQQs also because that was the direction of the market. I saw this pop right here, right, and then suddenly this happened right there, kind of like that, and I'm like, should I get out? Should I not? But the funny part was T-Doc wasn't reacting as much. It's slowly reacting. You can see I only hold like for a minute ish. Then I got out because I feel like what? I think this could go lower. It doesn't seem like you know what I mean. It doesn't seem like it want to pop because RSI is low, but hey, if I just sticks to my gut, and then next thing you know, this thing just pop up nicely up to $7, $6. Like holy crap, that could be $6,000 because I have 1,000 shares. But that's not important. What important is this right here. So I pretty much got tricked on that trade. What important is this right here during that time for the retail investors right here. Notice these candles right here, lower high, lower high, lower high. In theory, right, this could be a bull trap. Or if you take this trade right here, right, buyer stepping in, a confirmation, a higher high. Maybe you enter here, have a stop loss right here, right? Because look at this candle. This is brutal for the 5 minute, and next thing you know, you probably cut your loss right here. So I'm thinking a lot of people either cut the loss right here and shorting the market and create this big ass green candle. Look at the volume. It's pretty crazy. And suddenly just I'll go all the way up, bust through 113. So this could be a little short squeeze. I don't know. That's just my uh, thought process. Now, if we go to the daily for the QQQ, let's go to the 3 months to see a better picture. So we can clearly see that right now we are at the heavy resistance. Pretty much all the moving averages are right here in terms of the momentum moving averages. The 6 and 18 or 6 and 20 EMA, whatever EMA we want to use, is pretty similar. And especially the 50 EMA, which is the green right here. So we are near the critical point where next week is it going to break above it or it's going to move up and down between these two uh, support and resistance right here at 316 and 310 or 309. Worst case scenario, you could probably go down to 300, below 300 to test this 150 EMA, which is almost dead right here. Well, we don't know until that time comes, right? Stochastic is slowly decreasing, so there is a high probability that it may next Monday, it might pull back a little bit and then probably going to bounce up and try it again. Because if we go to the weekly looks pretty good compared to the daily. So let's go to the 6 months. You can see a much better picture. Oh, let's go 1 year. Too close. So this 18 EMA right here been holding up pretty good. We closed above it, so that's a good thing. The only thing I don't like about this candle is a lower high and a lower low. But I like about the stochastic, it looks like it want to turn around like this, right? So therefore, next week, I'm hoping for a higher high and a higher low by the end of the week. So we will see. I can see the correction here on October of last year. We can see 5 candle. That's 5 weeks. So we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are like on the 6 weeks of this correction. So we kind of overextended in a way, but not really in a way. Does that make any sense? Because a lot of these tech stock are not tanking as much. Only the high flying stock that tank a lot. If you look at Amazon, it didn't really tank as much, right? Let's go to the 1 year. You can see a better picture. I mean, look at that. It's just a slight pullback. Now look at Facebook. Now these are the big tech. The pretty much moved the market. It didn't. In fact, Facebook went up compared to stocks such as Tesla. Right? Tesla took a pretty good hit compared to it was at the peak right here prior to the correction. And Neo, for example, Neo, right? Same thing. CCIV, a lot of these high flying EV tech stocks. This thing, whew, damn, took a big hit. PLTR, same like from up here down to here. Most of these are like just 50%, 60% drop. AI is went from 180 all the way down to 60. I bought some around the 90s. I thought I entered a good price, but it kept on falling. So now I'm down like 20%. But the only thing is, I only bought 2 shares, so it's just for fun, okay? So I'm not drastically down. But the funny part is, I only bought 2 shares just for fun, and I'm down 20%. I can't imagine people buying heavy right here, thinking this could be the bottom, right? But it's not. It just keeps falling. So let's talk about my performance so far Q1 of 2021 in terms of day trading. I did took several losses this month, more than I did the prior 2 months, because remember this month has been very tricky. So you can see right here for the month I'm only up 21,000, 22,000 ish. So but I took several big losses. So let's just get to the losses right here. You can see whoop right here. QDEL I took 6 right there. DocuSign, I took 6 right there. DocuSign, I took 6 yesterday. 6K lost. It was a stupid move of me. Again, it's just the market. It's so unpredictable. It's crazy. So yesterday, actually the day before yesterday, yeah, right here, I decided to get in like 201 right here. The market ends because remember the entire day, right? DocuSign, it was 210, and I saw that big drop. I'm like, whoa, that's like almost a $10 drop. So I got in at 201, decided to hold overnight. Then the pre-market happened, and it just kept on tanking. I'm like, holy crap, because I up pretty early during pre-market. In my mind at that time, I thought, okay, if this thing breaks below 295, 293, 91, whatever, it could go to 280, 180 really quick because that's the previous support at low 180, and DocuSign will move pretty fast. You can see how fast they tank. So I cut my loss right there at 93.50. So I took a $6,000 loss. And I thought at first, I was like, okay, I made the right decision, right? Next thing I know, the market opened, the thing just spiked all the way back up to where I entered at the end of the day over here. I'm like, are you kidding me? It's just crazy. So here's my other account that I manage, swing trading. I'd like to show you guys. This time of the at this time of the year, the market has been very crazy. So if your account is down, like mine right here that I manage, hey, it's okay. This is a small account, not a big account, but it's okay. It's nothing wrong with that. Just size or position carefully. I mean, some of these stocks down a lot, but I'm not down as much in terms of the percentage, right? I mean, if you look at AI, their all-time high was like what 180-ish. Same for AMD, almost 100. Amazon 3500. ARC 150. I'm talking about compared to all-time high. AYX like I don't know, like 180. Fastly like 130. INO, this is like a swing trade right here. Long-term swing trade now. I think all-time high was like 30. QDell was definitely above 200. Tree was above 300, and Tesla was above 800. So you can see my cost basis is not that bad compared to their all-time high. So I'm expecting once the Nasdaq begin to transition itself, especially towards Q1 earning, which is next month and next month around May and June, right? Well, April and May, that's the earning comes out. Some of these tech stocks are gonna rally, and that does happen. When these stocks hit like 5-10% upside, I'm gonna sell and take my profit because that's how I do my swing trade. You can see right here. It's pretty consistent. Once I start seeing pretty, like 5 or 10% from my entry level, and I see that little profits, I'm just gonna take my profit and repeat the process, and that is how this chart looks like that. Now these are red right now, but it's not that huge, right? Compared to, like I mentioned earlier, they're at that all-time high. So there is a lot of potential for these once the transition is done, when the earning approach. I'm thinking that once these earnings start coming up, I think the QQQ have a higher chance going back up above 325 because that's a key level right there. Now we can go right here. Let's go 3 months. Easier to see. Right here, we need to break above these 325 so that it can go back to break even higher than 335. So you can go here. You can see that here's the more data. See, I took a loss right there. This is March, the month of March. So 1, 2, 4 red days in a month of March. That's not good. So the first one was 1100, and then 5 right there, and then 4 right there, and then 1 and 300. This is so small I didn't even count, but once the loss begin the 1000, that's when I start counting it. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. Now if we go to 2021 so far this year. So I already locked in 73,000. Now this right here is just almost a perfect because we are in a good market. But again, once we hit in March, that's where it gets choppy, especially the tech stock, and that's where I start taking my losses. I mean, if I didn't take these losses, this could easily be over $80,000 gain in the first quarter of 2021 for my day trading account. Now let's go to my investment account that I extract the data from TD Ameritrade. Same thing. I break even on this account. Not even one gain. So you can see here, based on the date, right? We began. My account was at 247% return since the beginning of the account, like right here. So right now we at 248. So pretty much break even. You can see, like I start here. Where's the November? Sorry, January, like right here. I'm back to square one. Prior to the correction, I was like almost 30%. Yeah, like you can see over here, right? 78. Yeah, almost 280. And I start at 245, 240 something, 240. Yeah, almost 30% gain from this account. I was up pretty good, and suddenly the correction hits. I know the correction is coming. It's just a matter of time. So once, and these are my current holding right here. So once these, like again, it's mostly tech stock that I sell out. I do the same strategy as I do my other account. You can see right here, right? Like this right here. It's the same strategy where when I start seeing, when these up like 5, 10, 15%, I'm taking my profit. I'm not going to sit there and wait for like 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 100% return. No. That's not my strategy. Sure, I might miss some of these gate great gains, but in the end, I like to sleep comfortably, especially stock that's gone parabolic. I'm definitely going to take my profit. So once these stocks start to recover, I expect this to go above 250. No, yeah, right now it's at 250. So around 280, 290 per 200. I'm talking about 200%. Okay, as in the beginning of the account has been created. Right now it's at 248. Make it like 250. So once near the end of the near the beginning of the earning comes up for Q1 2021, I'm expecting this to be around 270 to 280% return. But only time can tell, right? We don't know. I mean, I still have a little bit cash of reserve buying power to add some of these positions if I down even more. But I'm very comfortable where all these percents right now compared to they were at all-time high. Very similar setup for these smaller one account. It's the same thing, just on a bigger scale. These are small numbers, but of course, this is my main account being a much bigger number. But the same concept based on the way I trade. The same person that manage this, right? Which is me. So if you guys are like, breaking even or down a little bit for 2021, that's okay. That's not the Nasdaq is not doing that well either so far, but it's okay. Eventually the correction will subside and we will heading high as I expected because like I said right here, it's slowly curving. I'm thinking this will curve up by the time quarter earning release. Some of these numbers gonna come out, especially for the good companies like Amazon and stuff like that. It's sure gonna bounce. Facebook, Facebook already bounced a little bit. Facebook almost hit 300 at one point. No, but you get the idea, right? So unless you guys are in very risky stock like these right here, that other YouTubers are talking about, I don't know. I can't guarantee you guys that. Because these right here, these are pretty crazy down, man. I mean, these kind of stocks I don't really like to swing trade because I don't know. These are pretty heavy swings. It scares me. I prefer to swing stocks that I'm more familiar with the fundamentals. So that way, at least I know, okay, like, if I swing AMD at 77, 78, and then go down to 70, I know, okay, maybe in the future I go back to 100 because it's AMD after all, it's a freaking good blue chip company with strong fundamentals and what's going on with the company. But for like stock like CCIV, it's all speculative right now, and I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, there are people buying that stuff up here and just gap down. I mean, look how far away the thing is. Once the stocks start move far away from these key level moving averages, I'm staying away, man. There's no way I'm gonna buy this thing. So the question is it right now to buy this CCIV at the low $20 level? Yeah, sure, buy some right here. But the bigger picture, yeah, I'll buy some right here at the low 20s. But I'm not gonna buy it when it's like this. Hell no, it's too scary. Okay, see you guys in the next video. Bye.